famous teenage love triangle, and Friends Under Fire, to real-life shipboard romance. Some of the best stories on television are true.
I have great admiration for B.J. Honeycutt, and I always say that he's somebody I would love to have for a friend.
Beverly Hills 90210 was the first of the primetime teen soaps to dominate television in the late 90s. The series followed a close circle of friends who attended the same high school in the posh 90210 zip. The Love Boat set sail each week on a romantic and hilarious voyage, with a roster of celebrity guest stars and a lovable crew at the helm. Captain Steubing and daughter Vicky, Gopher, Doc, and Isaac. And of course, bubbly cruise director Julie McCoy. Who knew that not only Julie, but the whole series was inspired by a real person?
I'm Geraldine Saunders. I'm the Love Boat's real Julie McCoy.
TV series with female leads are commonplace today, but in the early 80s, Cagney and Lacey was revolutionary for daring to be the first primetime drama to feature two women. Sharon Gless and Tyne Daly starred as Chris Cagney and Mary Beth Lacey, two New York City police detectives. But unlike other police dramas, this was not a series that focused on cops and their cases. Created by the late Barbara Avedon and writing partner Barbara Corday, the series was inspired by the everyday lives of real women. Northern Exposure won a loyal following with its offbeat stories about big city doctor Joel Fleischman and the lovable eccentrics of Sicily, the remote Alaskan town where he was forced to practice to pay off student debts. The show was famous for its often surreal tone. But as Emmy-winning writers Diane Froloff and Andy Schneider explain, for its characters and storylines to ring true, they needed to be grounded in real life.
That was our rule, that the further out we went.
In 1970, ABC was looking for a new hit series. What they got was a phenomenon. The Partridge Family followed the adventures of a fatherless family of 5 who persuaded their mom to join their rock band. Led by film and Broadway star Shirley Jones, the on-screen family featured young actors Susan Dey, Danny Bonaducci, and teenage heartthrob David Cassidy. But the show was actually based on a real-life family of musicians. When Dr. Quinn Medicine Woman premiered in 1993, stories about the Old West were out of fashion. It was also considered risky to have a woman as a series lead. Against all odds, the series went on to corral a loyal audience, riding high for 6 award-winning seasons, thanks partly to creator Beth. Murphy Brown dominated its primetime slot with smart comedy about an abrasive news reporter played by the Emmy Award-winning Candice Bergen. Part of its appeal was the show's ability to integrate the real-world news into the fictional lives of Murphy and the staff of news show FYI.
Everybody always said, oh, you'll be in such...
One of the things attracting attention at the time was the blurring between news and entertainment.
We took on this kind of sleaze press, sleaze news media, you know, the kind of the Jerry Springer stuff when it was just starting up, and the whole battle against ratings versus sensationalism.
News anchor Connie Chung, who'd been criticized for straying into infotainment, poked fun at herself when she appeared on the show.
Connie Chung comes on our show, and
because Dan Quayle mentioned Murphy and sort of in a strange way treated her almost as if she was real, it gave us a compelling reason to bring him into our storyline. So we had Murphy and the baby at home, and Murphy's dealing with this kid that she doesn't know what to do with, an experience in which for the first time in her life she feels incompetent. And she turns on the TV to see Dan Quayle, and we use the clip, attacking Murphy Brown, and she freaks out. You talk about real life and sitcom connecting. This was too much.
He was putting forth his concern, and he needed an example. Now, whether ours was the correct example, that's open for debate.